Former Alabama quarterback, national champion Bryce Young has made his way to the combine. He will not be working out. Instead, says look at the tape, but he will be working out at his own pro day on March 23rd. The biggest question, of course, surrounding Bryce Young, his size. Even with that, he is Ryan Wilson's top prospect of the NFL draft. He is his QB1. He is many people's QB1, most people. Bryce Young sitting down with our crew at the combine.
All right, we're here with Bryce Young, quarterback, Alabama, one of the most exciting players of this draft class, no doubt about it. And Bryce, you're quite familiar with Rick Spielman from your visits together this fall. And I'll just tell you, some of your teammates have come through here. We've talked to Henry, To'oTo'o, Will Anderson, Byron Young, Brian Branch. And the smile on his face, seeing you guys, you would have thought it was Christmas Day. He has something to go to in a few minutes. He made sure he got to talk to Bryce Young. I'll let Rick ask the first question because he's so excited.
Okay, now I'm going to be hard on you. It was all fluff and everything during the season. So I've been bragging to everybody, and I've been bragging on the air, that every Alabama kid, when the ball gets thrown out on the court, they go out and compete. You guys played in a bowl game. It didn't mean anything. Well, Sugar Bowl's a big bowl, but you weren't playing for the national championship game. All the guys that were eligible to go down in the Senior Bowl went down there pretty much and participated. They were healthy. And now everybody's at the combine. So the rumor on the street is, because you're right now QB1 on a lot of boards, I would think, that everyone is throwing here at the combine, and you're not going to throw at the combine. Can you explain why?
Yeah, for me, the plan was always just to throw on pro day. So that's what I've been working towards ever since I started this pre-draft process. So, that's just, and I'm super excited for that day. I'm excited to get out there on the 23rd.
Okay, I'm sorry I had to ask that question. Could we be friends again?
Okay. Yeah. Here's what you tell all these surly GMs and these guys asking that question. Go tell them, say, throw in the tape. Just go watch my tape, man, because it is better than anybody else's coming out. I do want to go into the decision, though, the process behind why you did decide to play in your bowl game, because a lot of players in your situation, how successful you had played, the risk of getting hurt. Why did you decide to play in your bowl game and finish out your career on the field?
Yeah, honestly, it wasn't too big of a decision for me. As a leader, that's something that I pride myself in. I saw the work that we put in as a team, as a unit. We were out there every single day together, working off season, throughout the season, and being able to play and not being able to go out there and finish with my brothers. That honestly didn't really run through my mind. And also, again, just having the opportunity. Every year it's a new year, so this is the last chance. Obviously, with it being our last game, my last chance to put on that uniform, my last chance to play with my brothers. So I really just looked at it as an opportunity to play with them one more time.
One question I have to ask you, because of your maturity level and coming into the NFL, but you had so much coming at you off the field. You got the Dr. Pepper commercials, you got this, you got that. How did you handle all that, yet still make sure you focused and do what you had to do on Saturdays?
Yeah, well, I had a great team around me that helped me streamline all that stuff because, as a team, we all understood that the main thing was going to stay the main thing. That's not something that's ever going to change. And, obviously I'm grateful for all the opportunities that I had, outside of football. But, I was able to arrange it to where it never interfered. And not just with missing a practice, but anything I had to do, even anything extra, all the people around me understood that I wasn't going to compromise that. And, again, for me, making sure the main thing was the main thing was really what drove everything that I did outside of football. And, making sure that was a priority, I felt like was what really helped it for me.
What do you tell people that say, understand phenomenal talent at the quarterback position, but we're not going to take a chance on him because he's too small? How do you answer that question?
I understand. I think everyone's entitled to their own opinion. That's great. I can't convince anyone that I'm taller than I am, but I know myself. I know the competitor I am. I know what I'm capable of, and I have confidence in myself. And again, I want to do my best to present myself in the best light and put my best foot forward for all the teams that are interested in me. But, unfortunately, there's stuff I can't change. But, I've been this size my whole life. I've been playing around people that, are bigger my whole life. And, it's a challenge that I like, that I accept, that I'm used to. And, again, I know what I'm capable of. I'm confident in myself. So, if that's not something that someone can get over, I completely respect it.
And knowing you so well, I can put some words into your mouth. I appreciate you're not interested in me, but look forward to playing you when I get up to the NFL.
Right.
And if you, I mean, this is the reality is if you were 6'4", 6'5", 230, you'd probably be the best prospect in the history of the NFL based on what you do in the field. So I admire you for not getting frustrated at the questions about your size. I don't think it's a big deal. I wouldn't worry about it if I was a team.
But you say that because you're 6'4". When you're when
no,
we're
but I'm
not
saying
6 feet.
I would be frustrated for him because of that.
Yeah.
But yet you handle this with a lot of class and a lot of grace. What is so a lot of speculation has been how tall are you going to be? Is there a magic weight that you want to get to when you get on that scale? How have you approached it trying to bulk up? I know there's nothing. I mean, guys have tried to stretch their hands before. I don't know if you can stretch your size, but what have you tried to do to kind of bulk up and get ready to kind of showcase, hey, I'm more physical than you may think?
For me, it was just trying to figure out, what was best for me, really. And again, obviously, there's always going to be a lot of opinions, and as of now, of course, there's no. Obviously, I don't know where I'm going to be at, so there's no team to communicate with. So for me, it was just making sure that I was doing what I felt like was best for me and my development. I've tried to get stronger, put on some pounds because I felt like it was going to benefit me the best. So for me, it was just trying to make sure that I felt like I was walking into the next level, at my best that I've been, and I feel like I've done that throughout this process.
On some level, Rick, and you may agree with this because Rick was the general manager for 10 years in Minnesota, as you know. That
He knows that. We've talked.
It feels like you can start to overthink it because we had a lot of your teammates on the defensive side of the ball here the last few days, and to a person, we would ask about you, and Will Anderson is your biggest hype man. He said if you can't see through all the stuff that Danny and Rick and I have seen week in and week out, because you are a truly special player, and I think teams understand that too. Historically, would it be different? Yeah, but I think the fact that your teammates speak so highly of you is a testament to clearly what you did. Can you talk a little bit about Coach Saban and sort of what he's done for you, because everybody has a story on their way through here.
100%. Coach Saban has been, he's been extremely helpful for me. Being able to learn from him, obviously being able to be coached from him directly, us talking ball, his X's and O's, but really I think, the biggest thing is how he carries himself, how he holds himself first accountable and holds himself to the standard, and on top of that, how he holds all of us as a team to the standard. Whatever it is, obviously everyone sees him being hard on us, and if there's something going on, obviously he's gonna humble us and put us in our place. But also, he wants to make sure that we're always playing our best. And if someone is down and he feels like that he has to pick them up, he'll go and do that. And obviously, you don't get to see that a lot outside of because if you're in the media. But being able to be there every day, Coach Saban is a great motivator. He pushes us the best. And story-wise, I'd say my freshman year, I forgot what we were doing. It was a 2-minute actually in the indoor. And, we were running around. I was running around a little bit. It was like a 4th and 20 last play. So I was running around trying to make a play. Obviously it was like you got to score a touchdown. So I ran back and forth, threw the ball up late, like a deep ball. I got caught. We won the drill. And, I was super happy. It's my freshman year. I'm excited. I run down to celebrate with the team. And everyone's happy. And I turn around and Coach has not cracked a smile at all. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe he's like, he yells at me. He's like, it's like, 9, the ball was in one hand the whole time. You run around with the ball in one hand, that's not gonna work. And I was like, really? Like I just scored. But I was like, yes sir. I guess so. And ever since then, I was like, all right, well, let me make sure I get the message. And I've always been trying to make an emphasis of putting 2 balls in the hand. Yeah, it definitely stuck with me, and it was something I needed to hear. So.
Okay, one thing, and you asked this one, or Al asked it because he's my guy.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're all asked to make comparisons coming up on the NFL and who your game is like, and everybody has a different opinion. You tell and set us all straight.
Yeah.
Who is the NFL quarterback you compare to the most, or who you style your game after?
I don't know if you guys are going to like this one. I take a lot from a lot of people's games. I try to, at least. There's a lot of people that I respect, that I emulate, that I watch and study. I don't know if I could pin it down to just one person. Honestly, I try to play like me. Obviously, I watch a lot of football. I've been able to see. Obviously, there's such amazing quarterbacks in the league that have played now and in the past that I try to, take little bits and pieces of their game and try to emulate and make it my own. But I wouldn't say there's one specific person. There's too many people I feel like that I've seen specific things that I try to emulate. So honestly, I just try my best to play like me, and I've taken a lot from a lot of quarterbacks in the league now and have been there in the past.
So you compare yourself to Bryce Young.
Bryce Young.
Great.
All right.
Great way of saying I'm a unicorn.
That's right.
And he is.
Rick has to get out of here. Bryce, you have things to do. Bryce Young, quarterback, Alabama, the best quarterback in this draft class. I think we all agree. Bryce, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me on.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.